I'm Sneha Koshy. I've been a journalist with NDTV for over 11 years now. But when I returned to work around 4 months ago after my maternity leave, it was like starting afresh. Of course, a lot had changed at my work as well. My work profile had changed, so I had to learn a lot of new things. But it was not just that alone. It was about a baby and literally the world changing. You know, it was sleepless nights, then coming to work and all of that. So many people asked me, how are you managing? So I decided to do this video as a response to that. The must-dos before you return to work after your maternity leave. Firstly, engage with who will be your next primary caregivers in your absence. Who will be the people taking care of your baby when you are not going to be there? Engage with them. In fact, get them on board, I would say anywhere between 3 to 6 months before you return to work. For two reasons. One, you will be able to see how they are dealing with the baby. Two, they will understand your baby and the baby will understand them. This is extremely important. Of course, nothing can, pacify the mother or the father in you to all the possible extent, but this is one major step that really helped me, that I knew who the primary caregivers will be in my absence, and I knew, and the engagement between the child and them happened even when I was present all through. That was such a huge relief for me to return to work. Secondly, you have to draw your boundaries. You have to talk, you have to figure it out at your work and at your family. You have to tell them what you cannot do and what you can do. You will have to maneuver your way around. Sometimes being politically very correct, you can't be as explicit, oh, I'm a mom, I have a baby and I can't do that. Nope, that's not expected, that's not professional. So while you will have to let go of certain things, you will have to fix your boundaries and you'll have to learn to maneuver around those boundaries and to be excellent at your work and of course excellent as a mother or a father. Listen, you're going to be sleepless for a very, very long time. I'm still battling with that. My baby is now 9 months. And I'm still battling with that. It's sleepless nights, many, many days at a stretch, but you'll have to work out when will you get that time to have your sleep, have your rest. It's very important, not only just because you are a new parent, but it's also because you are a human being and you need to get your system, ensure that your love tank is full. Speak to your spouse, speak to your family, speak to your workplace. Ensure that your love tank is full, you're respected, you're loved. You know, as cheesy it may sound for some people, oh, this is not very important, it is extremely important. You really can't give unless you have received enough. So communicate at that level. And I would definitely say your world is going to change. You'll not be able to hang out with your friends like the way you used to. You will not be able to go on trips. Oh, let's just go for a trip and let's just do it. The humongous amount of baggage that you will be carrying for the initial few months and the amount of planning that just goes into taking a trip is huge. But I would say plan, get your primary caretaker in place. Ensure that the primary caretaker has all the support the primary caretaker needs in your absence so that the primary caretaker will only be able to focus on your baby. Prepare yourself mentally. It's going to be long days because it's not only the 9 to 12 hours that you will be spending at work and then commuting, but it's also going to be those other hours, unaccounted hours that you would be splitting possibly with your spouse or by yourself taking care of that baby. So these are my must-dos. The first being, find yourself that primary caretaker and engage with that primary caretaker at least 3 to 6 months before you return to work. It's never going to be easy, but it's very doable. Across the world, women are doing it. Every woman has a different experience. I hope this will help you all.